Real Success, the best practices of real estate power brokers. Today's guest.
I think it's more important than just differentiation. First of all, we have to realize that for years, realtors have said that they have to be the center of the transaction. And you've probably heard that. You have to be the center of the transaction. Really, what realtors need to start thinking is they need to be the center of the conversation. Because the transaction is the end of the process. And so you have to realize that there's a home buying process, that people are interacting on the internet, and I need to, keywords, 2 words, I need to be found. I need to do the things so that I'm found. You want to differentiate yourself as a realtor today? Just make sure that you're found. And by that, I don't mean necessarily or only search engine optimization. I don't mean just making sure that you come up high in the rankings on Google, on Yahoo. While that'd be nice, there are other things that you can do so that people can find you. And that's really what you're looking for. And out in the real world, in the everyday real estate world, we want people to find us. That's why we go to the Kiwanis Club, we go to the PTA, we want people to find us. On the internet, we want people to find us. So what realtors should do today is they should go to these social networking sites, we refer to as social media, social networking, and they should create profiles. And the profile doesn't need to be different because just creating a profile is different. Go to MySpace and create a profile. Why? Because somebody might find your MySpace profile. Go to Facebook and create a profile. Why? Because somebody might go to Facebook and find your profile. Go to Zillow and create a profile. Go to Trulia and create a profile. Go to Realtown and create a profile. Go to Point2 NLS and create a profile. And then people that are searching for different things on the internet, they might find you. And that's what you're looking for. You're looking to be found. So just the creation of the profiles will differentiate you. I have a realtor friend in New Jersey that created a profile on MySpace. Somebody found him that he hadn't seen in 20 years. Now, he didn't create the profile to sell a house, but what happened is, and it was kind of serendipity, where somebody found him that he hadn't seen in 20 years. They ended up listing their house and buying another house. The guy got over $1 million worth of transaction because somebody found him on the internet. Well, usually when we talk about online community, it's birds of a feather. And so you find other people that have the same interests that you have, that want to participate in a conversation about scuba diving, skydiving, any particular interest that you have. And then because of the long tail, and I highly recommend that people who haven't read The Long Tail by Chris Anderson, pick the book up and read about. One of the nice things that the internet does is it allows people to find one another. So I participate and I share in a skydiving community, and I let people know that I'm in the real estate business. And in time, I do this in enough places that will lead to people contacting me for my particular professional service. Now, what a lot of people will say is, I don't have time to do that. I don't have time to participate online. And yet when I look at what people do in the real estate industry, I find they spend so much of their time prospecting, and how much prospecting is non-productive for people. And so what we have to do is rearrange our priorities, and we do know that sociologically people are starting to do things on the internet today and not do it so much in person anymore for a number of reasons. And so learn how to interact with people on the internet. And we talk about things being personal. I remember 10 years ago people would say the internet will never catch on when it comes to real estate because the internet's not personal. And now we have Match.com and eHarmony.com, and people are meeting online, and people are getting married online. And so the internet is personal today. As a matter of fact, in some cases, it might almost be too personal. And actually, Realtown is a community site. It's a community site where people who are interested in real estate, that could be real estate professionals or consumers, gather. And the major areas of content on Realtown are the communities that have been created, because real estate's really a segmented industry where we have people that run real estate associations, we have people that list and sell real estate, we have people who run multiple listing services, we have people who are interested in buying and selling real estate, and they can all come together and participate in communities that fit their particular interest, or multiple communities that fit their interest. So first of all, Realtown is a community site. And we have these different and varied communities. And then it's a place where you can create a blog. And no one should ever pay for a blog. Blogging should be free, and a blog is just your ability to express yourself today in a web interface, and you don't have to be a programmer. And so there's a lot of great content created in the blogosphere, and on Realtown we have realtors who are blogging, a lot of local information, valuable information. You can ask questions, and then we have people who are writers who write articles based on the content that comes from the blogs and from the communities. So that's the major information or content that's provided on Realtown. My Realtown is like a control panel where you can go and you can set up the RSS feeds and you can set up your favorite blogs and those kinds of things that you would want to access on a regular basis, easy for you to access through a control panel, My Realtown. So if you haven't been to Realtown, take the time and go to realtown.com. Well, usually blogging content is personal. And so most blogs, what people are doing when they're blogging, it's kind of interesting. Is that a gerund or a verb? When people are blogging today, they are sharing expertise. Now, we've been blogging our entire lives. We just haven't had this new tool, the web and the software written to allow people to put their thoughts and their ideas on the internet. We haven't had that so readily available before. But people have been doing this for years. So blogging is typically the good blogs where people are sharing their information, sharing their expertise, and sharing their knowledge or interests with other people. Now, while I could go out and collect content for my blog, that doesn't differentiate me, because everybody could collect the same information. But if I know about San Diego, because I sold real estate in San Diego for many years, and I know things about real estate in San Diego that other people don't know about, then that differentiates my blog. I don't want content that somebody else wrote. I want the content that I can write. And then people say, I'm not a very good writer. Well, there's only one way you're going to get better at writing, and that's to write, and that's to practice. And so blogging's not for every realtor. But for those people that want to differentiate themselves, they ought to take up blogging and try blogging, because there might be people who have the same interest that they have, and those people then might find that real estate blogger. And remember, we go back to our premise. What you really want is you want to be found.
RIS Media, the leader in real estate information systems, has been providing business building strategies to real estate professionals and service providers for almost 30 years. Visit rismedia.com today to learn how our world-class content and renowned industry events can help brand and position your company for long-term success. Stay tuned for the next episode of the RIS Media Network's Real Success.